Hello there! Dzień dobry wieczór, z tej strony Franek 14KRK, a dzisiaj sobie zagramy. Proszę państwa, bez cygaństwa. Zagramy sobie w Asasyna i pójdę zrobić kolejną misję związaną tym razem ze Sfinksem. Proszę państwa, taki Sfinks, taki potężny, wielki Sfinks. Pokonamy Sfinksa i później... Sfinksa czy Sfinksa? No, proszę państwa, na pewno dzisiaj to zrobimy. Zagadki Sfinksa zawsze na propsie. Ogólnie to przebudzenie mitu. No dobra. Pewnie tam jest. Pewnie tam jest ten Sfinks. Bo taka budowla starożytna normalnie. Znaczy prekursorska taka budowla. Nie. To musi coś być. Jest w dziwnych ruinach. To są na pewno dziwne ruiny. Wejdziemy sobie na łódeczkę, żeby szybko przemierzyć to jezioro. No i co? No i wchodzimy tutaj. Umieść medalion Sfinksa na rzeźbie. Czyli Sfinksa dzisiaj obrabiamy. Obrabiamy dzisiaj Sfinksa. I lecimy dalej, nie? Zobaczymy, jakie nam tutaj zagadki przeznaczy. Bo Sfinks normalnie tutaj zagadkowy jest. O. Hello there. W nocy. Witamy. Witamy ludzi. Tutaj będzie miejsce, Sfinks będzie miał miejsce. Trochę za ciemno, dobra. Nagrywa się, zobaczymy czy się nagrywa wszystko. Dobra. Idziemy na Sfinksa. Dobra. Hello there. Mam nadzieję, że Sfinks mnie nie pokona od razu. Co się tutaj dzieje? O! Witaj. Kimkolwiek jesteś. Sfinksie. Ale ładny Sfinks.
Another challenger. I hope you're more resilient than the last one.
By the gods, this statue came alive.
I am no statue, child. If you cannot comprehend what stands before you, how are you to entertain me?
Co tu robisz?
Why are you here?
The gods sent me to protect something, and I've been its guardian ever since.
Czym ty jesteś?
What are you?
The Sphinx, the guardian of truth and knowledge.
Ogon z węża? Okej.
I came here for another reason.
Oh, then tell me, little one, why are you here?
O kurde.
You protect an object of great power. I have been asked to return it to where it belongs.
A most noble of causes. Sadly, I cannot grant your request.
There's too much at stake. I won't leave without it.
The power I guard is not for the weak-willed.
I can resist.
One must risk everything in the pursuit of knowledge. If you can answer my questions
Dobra.
wisely,
Teraz
you
będziemy
will have
pytania
proven yourself worthy.
odpowiadać.
What can run but
Co
never
biegnie, a nigdy nie
walks?
chodzi?
Has a
Szepcze.
mouth but never talks. Has a
Co
head
biegnie,
but
a
never
nigdy nie
weeps.
chodzi?
Has a bed but never sleeps.
Kogo nie upakuje? Kurde mol. Ty. Kurde, pytanie mi umknęło. Nie wiem teraz. Kurde. Ludzie. No i co teraz zrobić? Ha? No i co teraz zrobić? No, rydwan czy rzeka? Dziecko na pewno nie. Nie wiem, tak mi się wydaje. No nie. Co może biec? Co może biec, a nigdy nie chodzi, nie? Dziecko? Kurde. Masakra. Co to może być, nie? Może rzeka, dobra,
A
rzeka.
river.
That could be.
Całkiem możliwe.
At night they come without being fetched. And by day they are lost without being stolen.
Kurde, no i za szybko, dlaczego nie ma podpowiedzi? Kurde. Dlaczego nie ma... Dlaczego nie ma tych napisów tutaj, żebym mógł sobie przeczytać na spokojnie, a nie kurde tak... To może, nie wiem, gwiazdy, bo znikają. Tak... Po zmroku przychodzą. Za dnia Za dnia znikają.
The
Gwiazdy.
stars.
You're a wise one.
Dobra.
This thing all things devour. Birds, beasts, trees, flowers.
Ptaka i kwiat.
Knows
Strzela
iron,
żelazo,
bites
gryzie
steel,
stal,
grinds
najtwardsze
hard
głazy
stones
mieli
to
w
meal,
piach. O nie, to nie
slays
piach.
kings, ruins towns, and beats high mountains
Wielkie
down.
góry. Czas? Czy to nie jest czas czasem? Czasem? Czas? Czy to nie jest czasem czas? No nie wiem, no spróbujmy może czas. Chociaż... Armia, no nie, no armia nie. Czas, natura. No dobra,
Time.
I'm impressed.
dobra, no to może...
You are an interesting one.
Ciekawa z
Now,
ciebie
take
istota.
what you have learned and touch the symbols that reflect your choices.
Dobra, czyli... Czyli gdzie jest rzeka? Rzeka, 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 rzeka... O! Nie mogę stąd wyjść. To jest na pewno rzeka. W pierwszej kolejności ja to odpowiedziałem. Później były gwiazdy, tak? I na końcu czas. Dobra, tutaj jest czas. Klepsydra znaczy się. Gwiazdy. I czas. Na końcu był chyba czas. Z tego co mi się wydaje. porozmawiaj ze Śfinksem. No, hello there. Śfinks. Co się dzieje? Halo! Ej! Aaa! Ej, no nie! Nie chciałem cię, Śfinksu, ty, ej! Śfinkso! Zabijać, no. Przechytrz naszych ciemiężców. Ukryj prawdę za zasłoną kłamstw. O. Okej, mamy kolejne jawuszko. No nie, no i Śfinksa żeśmy ubili. Zadaj mi zagadkę. Kolejny ten. Dobra. No proszę Państwa, mamy kolejny galion. Galion Sfinksa, ale na razie sobie zostawimy Ostatnio daliśmy meduzę. Nie mieliśmy jeszcze okazji w ogóle zrobić, nie? Tego. Skarb Sfinksa. Starożytny artefakt zabrany ze szczątków Sfinksa. Kula lśni ledwo skrywaną mocą. Okej. Taki najbardziej, kurczę, blady jest cyklopowa kula. Bladsza jest od tych takich. Ale nie wiem, może to jest taki zabieg, po prostu taki zwykły zabieg. Ale dobra. Mamy zagadkę Śfinksa za sobą. 11 minut. I możemy chyba coś więcej... Możemy chyba coś więcej odwalić. A dzisiaj taki mądry będzie odcinek, więc może Sokratesa weźmy sobie. Proces Sokratesa. Nie? Proces Sokratesa najlepiej. Miałem też dużo farta przy tych pytaniach. Bo sobie tam troszkę... Tam troszkę to sobie też trochę wiecie co. Po prostu sobie zgadłem tak o po prostu, nie? Ostatnio zrobiłem sobie też gruszki w miodzie. Wszystko sobie zrobię ostatnio normalnie. Wszystko sobie zrobię. Mam dużo przepisów różnorakich. No i dobra, no i tutaj zrobimy foki, gdzie jesteśmy. Zobaczymy, czy tutaj jest Sokrates, czy tylko proces się zwie Sokratesa. Dobra. Zobaczmy, co się tutaj odwala. Puk, puk. Interakcja. Puk, puk, to tam.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Alexios!
You
Oh,
know
kurde.
who I am?
Of course I do.
Xantypa.
Socrates never stops talking about you.
Może
And
Stypa.
you are...
His wife, of course. I'm
Oh,
Xantippe.
Jego... O,
Socrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So, where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know. He went to another symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there myself. Come, keep me company.
How long have you and Socrates been married?
It's been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not the word I'd use. He frustrates me to no end.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even so, it's worth the frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good lover.
That's not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with you.
Don't mention that name around me.
o.
Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
Wielkie ciasta?
Didn't know.
It's fine.
Wielkie ciasta. Aha, ja myślałem, że wielkie co innego, ale nie ciasta. Alcybiades, co może Alcybiades, kurde, przynosić, no nie? Jakieś te boisowe, kurde, nie wiem jak się to na... Co się tutaj dzieje? Halo, porozmawiajmy. Co się tutaj odwala?
Xantippe,
What is it?
Socrates. They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For what?
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium. I'd say go ask him yourself, but he'll be guarded. They took him southeast of here.
That fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's best to let these things run their course.
I can't believe Socrates was arrested. I need to find
kurde.
out what happened.
Dobra, będziemy musieli tutaj zrobić asasynację typów, którzy uprowadzili mojego kumpla Sokratesa. Nie pozwolimy na to. Bardzo dużo... Kurczę, bardzo dużo jest... Oj, oj, oj. Jak mamy się tutaj dostać, kurde?
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
Okej. Dobra, niech przyjdzie tutaj, troszkę bliżej.
I need to find who's doing that.
No chodź, chodź, no chodź, chodź.
Stop right there!
A, stop rider. I trochę ci nie pykło, powiem ci. Nie. Okej, załatwiony, zatopiony.
Who's doing that?
Dobra.
What? Will you stop that? Stop right there! Fight me!
No i gdzie jesteś?
Is someone whistling? There! For
Kurde,
honor!
nie ma.
Catch them!
Kurde, mol. Załatwię wszystkich, którzy mają czelność, kurde, Sokratesa więzić. Ach, kurde. Masakra, no kurde, chciałem po cichu zrobić i się nie da, no. Nic, kurczę, się nie da.
Victory!
Dobra. Damy radę. Ha, 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 ha. Dobra. Koniec, kurde, zabawy. Dobra. Teraz się uda. Tak, teraz się uda? Nikt nam nie przerwie? Mam nadzieję. Interakcja. Dobra. Oczyściłem sobie tutaj przedpole i możemy działać dla Sokratesa. Opowiemy Sokratesowi, jak sobie poradziliśmy ze Sfinksem. Mam nadzieję.
Alexios, what
Ah,
are you
dobra.
doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here.
Ojej.
The guards let you in?
Zabiłem ich.
We've known each other a long time now. You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried about you.
Your care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
Oj, człowieku, człowieku, no i co teraz mam z tobą zrobić, no?
You would go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Aha.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About...
I went to see the
About-
Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates, the Pythia is...
It matters not what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to do with being locked up?
I believe my time here and this trial may help me find the
Pythia
answer.
była na usługach,
I will
kurczę,
be fine.
chrzcicieli,
Trust me.
więc uważaj, typie.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
In the future, you may want to be more careful.
You risk life and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared to face the consequences of using it.
I've known you for a while now,
That's true.
and you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married?
I.
From what you just said, that means either we're not friends, or that friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now I have my answer.
Dobra, idę się
Since you won't
spotkać
leave with me, I'll go see the Pythia myself.
z
That's
Pythią.
not necessary.
I'll find out why she told you that. I won't let you go to trial, even if you think you'll be found innocent.
Ah, Alexios, you.
I'll
You-
come back when I have what I need.
Okej. I jakieś teraz będzie... Co to teraz będzie? Bo się gdzieś przenosimy, czy co? Czy o co tutaj chodzi? Okej.
They won't ask any questions. Best keep out of sight.
Awantura o Sokratesa. Teraz będzie odzyskać mowę. Chodź mój Pegazie, uwolnimy naszego Sokratesa. Kurde, gdzie ona jest? Ona jest tam, dobra, świątynia Apolla. To lecimy w takim razie tam do niej. Powiemy, co się tam wyprawia, kurde, nie? No i co? Pytia może mi... A, może z kapłanem. Teraz z kapłanem muszę pogadać. Kurde, dużo tam...
Oh no, not you.
Tylko nie
You
ty.
remember me?
Pamiętasz mnie,
Just go.
typie?
I'm too old for this.
Pewnie, wchodzimy, kurde, bez skrupułów tutaj. O kurde, mogłem zacząć. Masakra.
There'll be no mercy.
Dobra. I czas. I czas pracy. Dobra. Koniec zabawy.
My blade will make short work of you.
Aha, dobra. Załatwiłem typa, typiarza. Przeszukamy. Pamiętacie? Tutaj te pierwsze odcinki tutaj z Aleksiosem. Tutaj my się dowiedzieliśmy. Oskubiemy jeszcze naszą kapłankę. Naszą pytię. Witamy.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I
Oh.
thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly, I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry and tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
Okej.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but simply asking him to help wouldn't have worked.
An ally? For what?
I know much of Socrates.
Nie będziemy
Not
tak
only has
ostro do
he
niej.
visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
Okej.
If you just told him your words aren't from the gods, wouldn't that serve the same purpose? And much quicker?
Socrates is not the type to desire the answer so easily. He'll have more drive when he finds the answer on his own.
I understand why you think Socrates can
Odcinek
help.
przepełniony
but why the hell
mądrościami.
he's the wisest?
He'll delve into what it means to be
Pierw
wisest.
Sfinks, teraz
It's my
Pytia,
hope
jeszcze
he'll conclude
Sokrates.
he's not, and therefore
Kurczę.
doubt the words of the gods.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Samodzielnie?
Exactly.
Aha.
Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught.
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Okej.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Ja bym, kurczę, Pytię zaprowadził na statek swój i tam niech się schowa na razie, póki nie zakończymy żywota innych czcicieli.
Please, don't come back here again.
Go with Apollo, child. The oracle is done for the...
To grobowiec pierwszej Pytii. No proszę państwa, no mamy grobowiec pierwszej Pytii, no i tam, kurczę, żeśmy ostatnio byli. No. No to pięknie się to składa, pięknie się to składa wszystko w jedną całość. Kiedyś my tutaj byliśmy. No. Tutaj się bawią, kurczę. Świrują.
This is it.
Dobra. Uczeń Sokratesa gdzieś tam się, kurczę, znajduje. Mam nadzieję, że zdążymy przed czcicielami tam się dostać. U.
I've had enough of it. Find the boy and take the papyrus.
I'm sorry for sharing my fear of tombs with you.
What was that?
Nothing.
Okej, oni nie żyją? Czy co? Dobra, koniec zabawy, typie. Ktoś tutaj się znajduje.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
Socrates is one of the most frustrating people I've ever known. He just talks and talks and talks. And it feels like he asks questions just so he can continue talking and talking and talking.
What you call frustrating, I call brilliant. But it's clear you know him well.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
Irytujący, ale mądry.
He mentioned
Trzeba mu
something about the
przyznać.
priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
What drew you to Socrates?
I've never met a
Uczeń.
man like him, and I don't think I ever will again. Every day with him is one worth waking up for.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So much.
Wielu
Follow
rzeczy.
him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him. I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you.
Cały dzień z Sokratesem.
Well,
Przerąbane, nie?
please. Give this
Będzie
to
się tylko
Socrates.
pytał,
It hurts me to say this after all I've
a
learned
później
from
nas
him,
jeszcze
but I have a family.
roastował,
I can't
kurde.
risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you.
O, mam kurde ten, mam kurczę pochodnie,
The world will be a worse place
której
without
nie
him.
używałem. Lol.
That student gave me an idea.
Oto zapiski.
Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
Odzyskać mowę. Proszę Państwa, odzyskamy mowę zaraz. Tak. Aha, zapiski same, dobra. Proszę mi tutaj oznaczać, kurczę, te. Uciszanie oponentów, co? Uciszanie oponentów, no pięknie. Ale coś jeszcze mamy tutaj.
I need to talk to them.
O. Uciszyć oponentów też możemy, nie? Ale nie wiem, czy w której kolejności wpierw to zrobimy. Się zastanowię. Dobrze, proszę Państwa. Pójdziemy sobie tutaj do tych filozofów, a później sobie uciszymy oponentów. Siła perswazji.
Maybe I can convince them to stand up for us.
Do not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You assume the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us.
Taleś.
First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
Nie wiem, co to za jedni.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we only have ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystius. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
Albo wygarbuje wam skórę.
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine, you've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices
Żeby
are
nasz
heard.
głos był dobrze
Believe it or
słyszalny.
not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like
Pięknie.
Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily
Oh.
before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would
Aristocles.
suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
Widzi mi się. O kurde. Nie słuchałem do końca. W dupę jeża, no nie. Nie słuchałem tylko, nie. Nie będę czego.
I can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normally is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Ból głowy?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead.
Platon.
Perhaps I'll use that.
O kurde.
Thank you.
To jest Platon.
Well, I better hurry
O, w
after
mordę
the
jeża.
others. Here.
O kurde, to był Platon. O, w mordę jeża. No dobra, teraz to już wiem, z kim mamy do czynienia. Teraz będziemy uciszać oponentów. Gdzie się znajdują ci oponenci w takim razie? Kurde, tak daleko. Tak daleko muszą być. Kurczapaka, no. No dobra. Teraz ich uciszymy. Gości tam. Skradzione dowody, zabici kapłani. Zaraz ich tam... Dobra. Niech cię Apollo prowadzi, tak jest. A, lubię to zwolnienie. Lubię, proszę państwa, to slow motion. Bardzo epickie. Tak czy siak, bierzemy się za tych... kurczę przydopasów tam. Mamy tam strasznie dużo ich. Jak mi się wydaje. Bo to w sumie jest... ta miejscowa, którą czyściłem kiedyś.
This area will be well defended.
Tylko muszę się tutaj zorientować, gdzie co jest. Ikarus. Podaj mi szczegóły dotyczące misji. O kurde, dużo ich. Strasznie dużo. Strasznie dużo, ale chyba sobie poradzimy z nimi. Aha. Aha. Dobra. Sanktuarium Ateny Pronai. On mnie zobaczył z tyłu? Wiecie co? To jest naprawdę tutaj bardzo niebezpiecznie, widzę. Kurczę, ten będzie chyba grubszym typem. Dobra, załatwimy go szybko. Dobra, wchodzimy na górę, żeby nas nie zobaczyli. Aha. Dobra. Aha. Dobra, cyk. Cyknijmy gościa. Pięknie. Gościówę. O, halo. Proszę tutaj. Haha. Pięknie. Koniec zabawy. Koniec zabawy, kurczę. Nie bawimy się w taki sposób. Okej, dowody. Mamy dowody. Nie ma takiego dowodu. Pamiętacie? Nie ma takiego dowodu. A.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
A. Witamy, zabici kapłani.
Socrates can't win.
If they don't choose to kill him right
Aha.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should return to
Gitara.
Socrates before the trial starts.
No i dobra, no i gdzie jest w stylu Sokratesa? Haha! Dobra. Idziemy właściwie do naszego Sokratesa i zobaczymy, co nam uda się w jego procesie osiągnąć. Dobra. Załatwimy przeciwników Sokratesa jednym uderzeniem ostrza ostrza włóczni Leonidasa. Tak jest. Dobra. Leonidas rozprawi się z... Zobaczymy, czy się odrodzili ci przeciwnicy, czy będę musiał znowu, kurde, powybijać ich. Ale mam nadzieję, że nie. O kurde. Chyba muszę. Bo się odrodzili, nie? Odrodzili się, oczywiście, kurde. Ale proces jest gdzie indziej. To musiałbym naokoło sobie pójść. Naokoło sobie pójdę. Tak. Bo proces się znajduje gdzie indziej. Kompletnie. Dobra. Proces się tutaj znajduje. Piękny. Przed budynkiem. Nie muszę tam nikogo już mordować. Witamy. Pomów z Sokratesem. Witam.
Socrates, you're
Ty tutaj.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
Okay.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
Okay.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
To oczywiście, że to nie mój Jezus. No.
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came
Olśnienie.
to me like a
Wow.
flash of Zeus's lightning.
I co wymyśliłeś?
So, do you agree with the Pythia or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet I know that I know nothing.
Że
I had
wiem,
to
że nic
understand
nie wiem.
what
Okej.
it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did she
Okay.
mean then?
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to
Zastanowić.
share my new beliefs
Kurde.
with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you been arrested again. We should
Dobra.
get you home. I'm sure you'll be more
Odprowadzę cię
comfortable
do
there.
domu.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
I doubt it, but it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Co jest?
Get somewhere safe, Socrates.
Nie! 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 Kurwa! Zostaw Sokratesa, ty! No, jeden!
With the things I do, it's sometimes hard to know.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
Ojejku, troszkę go uszkodziła. Patrzcie, zakrwawiony leci. Kurde mol. Jeszcze mnie ten. Jeszcze mnie gnojek jakiś ściga. Córka Nyx. Dobra, chodź, chodź, chodź. Chodź, Sokratesie. Szybko. No chodź, Sokratesie, szybciej.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phokis and this talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
Ah, then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them. What did you do that for?
Okej.
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
Opowiedz zatem tą historię.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thepha.
Tamuza.
Thepha offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it
Egipskiego.
was an elixir of memory and wisdom.
O kur...
But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the
Pozór.
appearance of such.
You don't want your words written down so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the
faktycznie.
words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
Okej. Co teraz zamierzasz?
What's your plan now?
After I return to Athens, there's much I need to consider.
You'll be careful, right?
If I have to choose between saying nothing and staying safe, or speaking up and risking my life, the choice is easy.
Easy choice. Easy choice.
I should get going.
Dobra.
I'm glad you're free.
Dziękuję.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is
Aha.
something.
Co
I
jeszcze?
doubt I could stop you.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly
Za
desired.
kontroli.
The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning...
To prawda.
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
Pewnie.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter, you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Alexios.
Kompletnie ci to wyleciało z
Stay
głowy.
out of
Super.
trouble, Socrates.
Dobra. Na razie. Dobra. W takim miejscu dziękuję Państwu za uwagę i do usłyszenia niebawem. Elo, elo 320. W tym odcinku to by było na tyle. Żegnajcie i cześć, cześć.